how I'm automating my first $1,200 in savings. I'm going to show you the exact, beginner-friendly system I'm using to automatically save my first $1,200. But first, a confession. I used to be an absolute train wreck at saving money. Every month, I'd fire up my beautiful, color-coded budget spreadsheet, track every last penny, and then feel like a complete failure when I'd inevitably mess it up. I honestly thought I just had zero willpower. I'd get to the end of the month, see what was left, and just feel this wave of defeat when there was nothing to move into savings. But the truth is, the system was broken, not me, so I deleted the spreadsheets, and I tried this instead. And it's the only thing that has ever actually worked. Section 1. The why, the big shift from budgeting to systems. For years, I was convinced that the secret to saving money was just pure grinding discipline. It was all about having the willpower to say no, to cut back on everything, and to track every dollar in a spreadsheet like a hawk. I mean, that's the advice we hear everywhere, right? But for most of us, it's a disaster. And it's not because we're bad with money. It's because our brains are literally wired to fail at it. There's this thing psychologists call decision fatigue. Every choice we make all day, from what to wear to what to eat, drains our mental battery. Well, traditional budgeting forces you to make dozens of tiny, agonizing money decisions every single day. Should I buy this coffee? Can I really afford to go out with my friends? Is this brand of cereal too expensive? By the time the day is over, your willpower is completely shot. And when willpower is low, impulse spending is sky high. This is where we flip the entire model on its head. What if saving money wasn't about discipline at all? What if it was about design? The most successful savers don't have more willpower than you. They just have better systems. They understand a simple truth. Relying on discipline is a losing game. The real secret is to take willpower out of the equation completely. That's what this system is all about. It's not a budget. It's not about restriction. It's a simple, automated machine that makes saving money the default, non-negotiable first move you make with your money. You've probably heard it called paying yourself first. And it works because it locks in your future before the temptations of today can even get their grubby hands on your paycheck. You treat your savings like a bill, the most important bill you have, and you pay it the second you get paid. This isn't about saving what's left over. It's about building your wealth from the very start. The goal is to make saving as automatic and boring as your electricity bill. When it just happens, it becomes a habit that builds your financial future on autopilot. Your 3-step guide to automating $1,200. All right, let's build the machine. This is the set it and forget it system that will build your $1,200 fund without you even noticing. There are only 3 steps, and you can get this all done in less than 30 minutes. The brain-dead simple setup. Open the right account. Asterisk. First things first, you need to create a separate home for your savings, completely detached from your daily spending account. This is non-negotiable. If your savings are chilling in the same account as your checking, it's just too easy to borrow a little for an impulse purchase. We need to make the money slightly inconvenient to access. Out of sight, out of mind is the name of the game. You're going to open a high-yield savings account, or HYSA. This is a critical part of the system for 2 reasons. First, they're almost always with online-only banks, which creates that perfect psychological separation from your main checking account. Second, they pay you way more interest than a traditional savings account. As of mid-2026, many HYSAs are offering rates over 4% APY, which is worlds better than the national average. This means your money is actually working for you and growing on its own. That's free money you're leaving on the table otherwise. Setting one up is incredibly easy. Just search online for best high-yield savings accounts. You'll find tons of options with no monthly fees or minimums. You'll link it to your main checking account, where your paycheck lands. This whole thing takes about 10 minutes, tops. Name your goal. Give every dollar a mission. This might sound a little silly, but it's one of the most powerful psychological hacks in finance. Once your HYSA is open, don't just leave it as savings account. Go into the settings and give it a custom name. Call it exactly what it is, $1,200 emergency fund, or even my $1,200 freedom fund. This does something magical to your brain. It turns a vague, boring concept, saving, into a tangible, exciting goal. It's not just a random pile of cash anymore. It's a progress bar towards something that matters. Psychologists call this mental accounting. When your money has a specific job, you're way less likely to fire it and give it a new one. You wouldn't take money from your rent envelope to buy a new pair of shoes, would you? Naming your account creates that same mental barrier. Every time you log in, you'll see $1,200 fund, which reinforces your mission and gives you a little hit of motivation to keep going. The set it and forget it transfer. Put it on autopilot. This is it. This is where the real magic happens. You are now going to set up a recurring automatic transfer from your checking account to your shiny new HYSA. This is the engine of the entire system. To save $1,200 in a year, you need to save $100 a month. Log into your checking account, head to the transfer section, and set up a recurring transfer of $100 to your new HYSA. Now here's the most important part. Schedule the transfer to happen the day after you get paid. Not a week later, not when you see what's left, the very next day. This guarantees you pay yourself first, before you even have a chance to spend that money on something else. It completely removes temptation and willpower from the equation. The money is gone before you can miss it. If $100 feels like too much right now, start smaller. Start with $25 a month, or even $10. The initial amount doesn't matter nearly as much as building the habit. Consistency is way more important than intensity. The goal here is to build the automatic saving muscle. You can and should increase the amount later as you get comfortable. Finding the money. How to magically create $100. Okay, the machine is built. But I can practically hear some of you thinking, this is great, but I literally do not have an extra $100 a month. I get it, I've been there. But chances are you do. It's just hiding in plain sight. Let's go find it. We're not looking for huge, painful sacrifices. We're just looking for the small, silent leaks in your spending. First, become a subscription detective. Seriously, grab your last bank statement and hunt for every single recurring charge. That gym you haven't been to in 3 months? Cancel it. The 4 streaming services when you only really watch 2? Cut 'em. That free trial that quietly turned into a $15 monthly charge? Gone. People are often floored to find they're burning $30, $50 or even more on stuff they totally forgot about. Second, learn to negotiate. A lot of your monthly bills, cell phone, internet, cable, are not set in stone. Call your providers once a year and just ask for a better rate. A simple, "Hi, my bill has gotten a little high, and I'm looking at other options. Do you have any promotions available to help lower my bill?" works wonders. More often than not, they'll find a deal that saves you $10, $20 or more a month. That one call can often cover a big chunk of your $100 goal. Third, use the annualize it mind trick. That daily $5 coffee doesn't feel like a big deal. But what if you annualize it? $5 a day is over $1,800 a year. That weekly $30 food delivery order, that's $1,560 a year. When you see the massive annual cost of those small, frequent buys, it totally reframes their importance. Suddenly, making coffee at home or cooking one extra meal a week doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like a brilliant trade-off for your $1,200 fund. So let's boil it all down. This isn't a budget. It's a money-saving machine. 1. You open a separate high-yield savings account to build a wall between your spending and saving. 2. You give that account a specific, motivating name, like $1,200 Freedom Fund, to give your money a mission. 3. You automate a transfer for the day after payday, making saving the very first thing you do with your money. That's it. That is the entire system. This isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. It's freedom from the guilt of going over budget. It's freedom from the stress of having no safety net. And it's freedom from the exhausting, soul-crushing effort of manual budgeting. You now have the exact blueprint to build a $1,200 savings fund on complete autopilot. You're no longer someone who fails at saving. You're now a person with a system, a person who is automatically building their future, 1 month at a time. If this was helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe for more dead simple money systems, and share it with someone who is sick and tired of spreadsheets. And for my question of the day, what are you going to name your savings fund? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to see what you come up with. Now go get started.